Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode on this channel. Today we will talk about Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So how about we get started? What is the Chamber of Secrets? Well, here is a brief illustration of what the inside looks like, with Harry there. And then this is just a brief look, but during the movies we would figure out that it looks incredible. So incredible, in fact, that even Harry Potter himself might have even be able to have the destiny to destroy it. Alright. But then let's talk about this a lot more. When Ron, Hermione, and Harry came back to Hogwarts, before they came back, Harry found out an elf, where house elf called Dobby, who was pretty much a slave. And then from there there was a lot of mishaps. He had all those letters, and boom, he figured out that Dobby had all those letters. So he dodged Dobby. Dobby was like, no! Not you. You're not Dobby. Alright. But then after that, things started getting complicated. Everything seemed to get out of the world. What I mean by that, I mean like there's not much to do inside this world, except I guess I will post the charms. So then, how do we do this? Well, there are a lot of methods to doing all these charm work stuff, but seriously, I'm gonna have to talk about this in a more detailed way. So, I believe it was in here somewhere. No. Burrow. Yes, I know the burrow. And here it is! Then, with the flying car, Harry waving in the middle, and boom, buddy, boom, here and the cover page, which is actually just a little sweet part. And here is the Weasley's house, and this is their illegal magical car. Well, that reminds me of the old days. Won't be needing that anymore. Well, I might be. And then, let's see. Here are all those ghouls and minions, garden gnomes, where you just have to knock them out. They came back, though. Here's the burrow at night, and eventually they went all the way to Diagon Alley to buy a few of the new books for Hogwarts second years. But however, those second year books seem to have been a bit outdated, don't you think? It was all Gilderoy Lockhart's books, and eventually all of them were bought, but Harry Potter got to meet Gilderoy Lockhart himself, who was really stuck up. He was stuck with a stuck-up teacher at Hogwarts. And Gilderoy Lockhart just came all the way and thought that Harry was just wanting more fame, just like Gilderoy did. And eventually he decided that he would become the new Defense Against the Odds teacher, which was really hard to get hold of because he's the only man for the job, as they say. But however, not a lot of people want to become that teacher anymore because a lot of people now think it's transfixed. I mean, it's a defense. I mean, why is the defense like that anyways? Well, there's a lot of ways we can figure that out. then here's Hagrid, who saved Harry from the worst place ever. But back at Hogwarts, things weren't going so well too. A lot of people got petrified. 2 Gryffindors, one including Hermione, 1 Ravenclaw, and 1 Hufflepuff, not including any Gryffindor ghosts. So then, how does it? So then, why isn't any Slytherins getting petrified? They must have expelled all the Slytherins that everybody saw. But then here's Moaning Myrtle, who, yeah, I don't care. And then they were able to drink the Polyjuice potion. And here's Gilderoy Lockhart looking stuck up than ever. And eventually they figured out that Moaning Myrtle's bathroom was the secret. After talking with Malfoy in disguise as Crabbe and Goyle, Harry found out that Hagrid was the guy who opened the Chamber of Secrets. When it turned out it was just a blitz, and it wasn't, and that's how he got expelled. And meeting Spider Aragog, who tried to kill them, they found out the way into the Chamber of Secrets. Oh, and also Gilderoy Lockhart came with them, but lost his memory in the process. With Ron's backfired wand. And then, the heir of Slytherin. Oh, for a bit of history, there were 4 people who founded Hogwarts thousands of years ago. And they were called Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. And their houses were named after them. But then Slytherin and the others started having a little breakthrough. They were having a bit of emotional, a cut between them. And he left Hogwarts, never coming back ever again. But it is said that there was a secret room somewhere inside Hogwarts where there was a vault where only his heir, the heir of Slytherin, can open, and there's a monster inside which the heir can only control. And then Hermione figured out it was a basilisk, which has been in a lot of books I read by now, and she figured out that it was going through the plumbing, the pipes, and that's how she got him petrified herself. Eventually, everything started getting back to normal. But then, Harry Potter found Godric Gryffindor's sword inside the hat, and boom, he killed the basilisk after the basilisk got blinded, that is. And then he asked that the Sorting Hat he asked Mr. Dumbledore that the Sorting Hat tried to put him in Slytherin. So then, shouldn't I be put in Gryffindor, said Mr. Dumbledore. And everything started coming clear. If you want to know that you're a true, and that why you have not been in Slytherin is because that you have not been asked it. You asked not to be in it. So that's why you're in Gryffindor. But then there's a lot to happen. And if you want to see that you're actually a true Gryffindor, then see what's written on that sword. And he passed the sword to Harry, who read it immediately. Wait a minute, I know this. And eventually, everything started coming back to the way it was. And here is Godric Gryffindor's sword. Only a true Gryffindor can pull the sword out of Gryffindor. And in some cases, I think Harry is the heir of Gryffindor. And then, that was the proof that he was a Gryffindor. Then Dobby came with Lucius Malfoy, and then he started all his kind of nonsense stuff and said, "Yeah, Dobby, come over here." And then, well, how he managed to kill Voldemort again, Harry, was because of the book. Tom Marvolo Riddle used to be Voldemort. And once he had the powers of someone else, the heart, the life of someone else, he could be full and all-powered ever again. But Harry delayed it again by destroying the book by ink fluttering out of it. Then that's really important. Not as serious one-waving could always save you. Always magic can save you. But sometimes, hey, what in the world is that? Yes. No. Yes, where? And then things are getting complicated. Dobby was thrown a sock by his master, Lucius Malfoy, who thought that the sock should not be his. And then Dobby was like, "Yay! Dobby is free!" And that's how Lucius Malfoy got angry at Harry. And then he said, try to expel Dobby, the house elf, had a bit of magic in his own, which was really powerful, and done that to Lucius Malfoy. Malfoy tried to do it again. Dobby done a bit of a threatening thing. Boom, everything was over. But if you ever do watch the movie, I'd highly recommend to see this part because it's worth seeing Lucius Malfoy getting butt kicked. So then, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you did or did not, just tell me in the comments below. Or if the comments are off, please type in 20jr@naver.com. And I'll see you in the next episode. Sinhan out. Peace.